So remember that time I told you I had made bread? Well, you know, it came out how it came out. You know, there was things that I needed to improve on, but the fact of the matter is it tasted good and I ate it with my breakfast and it is what the fuck it is. Period. Whatever. Now I'm gonna make banana bread. Not quite as many steps, not quite as many, you know what I'm saying? But I'm excited because I don't got to deal with the yeast. Y'all know the yeast freaked me out. Even thinking about the yeast is making me itch. I did not like that process. But yes, let's make banana bread. They said your bananas got to get like this so they nice and sweet. We bought hella bananas because I was like doing like smoothies and shit. But then they got like this. So we're gonna, preheat your oven, Boogie Mom. And you know you always gonna need a bowl. Ain't this cute? You need a bowl. A fucking bowl. You need 3 bananas. Okay, at least 3 bananas. Okay, of course, obviously, you see I have a plethora. So we're gonna do 3 bananas. That's 2. This is 3 bananas. Okay, and then you wanna mash them up. Just like that. Ladies, I already told y'all before, you need measuring cups. Be cutesy, okay? And be precise. That's why you need measuring cups. So we're going to start off with a cup or a stick of melted butter. But that full stick of melted butter does not equal a cup. So whatever. We're just going to do a stick of melted butter. Okay. We want a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. A 1/2 cup of white sugar. A 1/2 cup of milk. I'm using almond milk because I'm lactose. And we're using 2 eggs. Okay? You know? Yeah. Whisk it up. You gotta mix it up. Now, you probably using a fork. Because you're not being very, you know what I'm saying? Very ladylike. You don't got the proper utensils. Get you a whisk. And you're gonna mix it up. Okay? I will accept your half-assedness for today, but I'm not doing it again. Okay? Now we on to the dry ingredients. So we're going to do 1 1/2 of flour. That's the 1. This the 1/2. Okay. You're going to do a teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of baking soda, and a teaspoon of cinnamon. You don't got to add cinnamon. That's if you want to add cinnamon. I'm going to add cinnamon, okay? Oh, I forgot the vanilla extract. I added 2 capfuls of vanilla extract. You know, vanilla extract is kind of like that thing where, you know, you don't really know. So you just let your ancestors guide you. So I did 2 capfuls, okay? And then you want to mix that up. This is what it's looking like. Mix it up, okay? There's so much stuff going on here, okay? Mix it the fuck up. Now, this would have been good with or without the cinnamon. I'm tasting it. I'm like, I like cinnamon. The cinnamon is good. If you're not a cinnamony type of person, don't add the cinnamon. But I like the cinnamon, okay? This is good, honestly. Can you use pancakes? I could make this pancakes with this. Probably. I'm going to look it up. Now, you want to get them corners. I'm out of breath because I just went up the steps. Mind your business. Remember, we talked about tools. You need a spatula. Okay? Get you a spatula because you want to get up around in them corners when you put it in the pan. This is what your batter is supposed to look like, Boogie Mom. Okay, cousin? Yes. My butter pan is a little bent out of shape. Not my butter pan. Well, butter the pan. But my pan is a little bit bent out of shape. You know, I've been through some things from the last time I was supposed to make bread and never did. So it traveled with me. Near and far, okay? So, butter your pan. Put the shit in the pan. Fine, you getting on my nerves now, okay? I just want to apologize for what I said back there earlier. I didn't mean it. I'm a little bit under stress because the last time I made bread, I just already kind of briefed you on how it didn't quite go how I wanted it to. So I'm a little under stress. And then I prematurely share my experience with you thinking like I'm a professional and stuff. And, you know, so excuse me for my, tone. Put it in the pan. And you want to use the spatula because you got to get all your hard work out of this bowl. You know what I'm saying? Don't just be leaving all of this left behind. No flavor left behind. Like some of y'all did in school. Okay? Again, I'm sorry. I'm under pressure. Okay? I lied. I'm going to leave that behind because actually, I don't feel like doing all that. Okay. Put it in the pan. It should look nice and good like that. Put it in the oven on 350 for about 45, 50 minutes. Shut up. They always just want to be a part of something. And did I say bake it on 350? Bake it on 350. You know we always bake it on 350. That's the last time. Half a hoe. Make sure, I don't know if you know this, but you got to preheat your oven. You got to do that. You know what I'm saying? So after you preheat your oven and you got your shit looking all good like this, put that butter in the oven. Wait 45, 50 minutes and we're going to come back and see what it's working with. Yeah. Yeah, then we go. Ooh. Yes, hallelujah. My bread's done. Ha. Oh, yeah, and get you some fucking oven mitts, girl. You can't be getting your pots and pans out the stove with a sponge. We all been there. Ah! You see that? Yeah. Do I supposed to wait? Or can I just dig right in? I'm gonna cut a piece. Hold on, let me show you what's going on. This is my... Look at my banana bread. Yeah. Period. Okay. Ooh. Okay. That's hot. You know, ain't this really cute? Yes. I wish I had some ice cream. I do got ice cream. I do. I don't have banana bread before, but that's what it's giving. I don't know what it's supposed to give, but that's what it's giving, okay? You know. So yeah, you know how I make banana bread. That's good. Now you want to taste it?